Hey guys, it's Phil McKenzie recapping the San Francisco 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints football game that happened yesterday. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, so obviously I'm not happy about the outcome. New Orleans Saints lost 36 to 32. First off, the big stat that stands out to me is the New Orleans Saints attempted 63 passes. 63 passes compared to 14 rushes. That's insane. 63 passes is the most passes ever attempted in an NFL playoff game. Um, you can't have that pass to rush ratio and expect to win. The reason why the Saints lost that game is because of bad coaching. There's no doubt about it. That was bad coaching. So as we said, the Saints had 63 passes to 14 rushes. Now, why does that matter? Well, first of all, you have a team like San Francisco that has an outstanding defense. Now, in the NFL, it's a game of chess matchups, basically. You have the offense versus the defense. You're playing chess. You're trying to get ahead of the next guy. Now, when you have 63 passes, you're basically telling the other team what you're going to do every single play. So you have a good defense that knows what you're going to do. It's like, okay, I know what you're going to do, and I have the players to stop you. How's that going to work? You're probably going to get stopped. Okay, so that's terrible. That was, in my opinion, that was terrible. I love the New Orleans Saints coaching for the most part, most of the time, but that was just bad. I mean, you got to run the ball, even if it's not working, to keep the other team, um, you know, going after you. They need to be on balance as far as an offense is concerned when it comes to the Saints. You have to be on balance with your rush and your pass. Now, another point relating to that is ball security. When you are passing it 63 times, there's a good chance you're going to get a couple turnovers. So there was a couple interceptions thrown by Drew Brees, which if you have 63 passes, obviously that's likely to happen. Um, as well, another point to make as far as coaching is concerned, when you have they had 5 turnovers in the game. They gave the ball back to San Francisco 5 times. Now, after the third, even after the second one, okay, you should probably say to your team, okay, guys, we got to keep our hands on the football. I don't care what happens, always have 2 hands on the football. But after the third one, okay, then you have to. But 5 turnovers, I mean, there's no way that should happen. You have to have ball security, and that comes down to coaching too, in my opinion. You have to tell your team, okay, look, we're losing the ball here, we're getting some bad breaks, but we have to make sure that we are controlling the ball. So, I don't feel like, maybe I'm wrong. The coach could have said something, but you have to have ball security, and any expert out there will agree with that. Finally, you have Vernon Davis, who had 7 receptions for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's their tight end. Okay. Nobody else on the San Francisco 49ers, none of the receivers, had over 25 yards, and combined as a whole unit of receivers, without Vernon Davis, nobody went over 100 yards. So combined, the receivers didn't have 100 yards, and all the other receivers on the team, and Vernon Davis had 180 yards on his own. So what does that tell you? If a guy's lighting you up, you double team him, you triple team him, you do whatever you can to stop that guy because he's the one that's beating you. But no, what happens? 3 monster plays by Vernon Davis that just totally blew the game open. You have to, as a coach, you have to realize that you need to stop this guy, that guy. Here's how they're beating us. This is what we need to do. So that was bad coaching again, in my opinion. That's terrible. So obviously they didn't win the game. Coaching is definitely a big issue. They could have made adjustments in the game. They didn't make adjustments. And, they're going to have to wait until next year now. They're going to be watching San Francisco, the 49ers play next week. And then they got to watch 2 weeks after that. They won't be in the Super Bowl. When a lot of people were picking this team to win the Super Bowl. So, mistakes cost them. And, it's going to be a long, long time off. So we'll have to wait and see what they do. All right. Thanks, guys.